you can!
Why didn't I hear the audio for that? There was some audio at the end? Why am I not hearing it? Check, check, 1, 2. Oh, I know why. Good catch. Should work now. There we go. There we go. No? I heard it. You didn't hear it? Do the fart again. What happened there? Oh, I think my audio chain got messed up because of the new devices hooked up. Why is that muted? Check, check. Check, 1, 2. How did that get? That should have gone through that time. That fart should have worked that time. I'm not sure why I had that broadcast mix muted. Anyway, happy Friday. Thank you for helping troubleshoot there. To be honest, I feel disgusted by that even being typed. Well, it is the... Oh, hold on. Hold on, chat. All right, chat. It's gonna be a little bit because there's people at the house, so I will be starting shortly. That'll allow more people to get to see the intro dance and the new setup changes. So be prepared. Hold me open in a tab on the side, and we'll get started in a little bit. Okay? Sorry. Just a few more minutes, folks. Again, there's people that came to the house, and should be wrapping up shortly. We're just monitoring things, and we'll get started shortly for the streamiversary. My CPU is pegged at 100%. Something about, well, OBS is part of it, understandably so. But then the rest of my system, like it says a system process that's at 22%. OBS is at 27-30%, which is about normal.
Who the hell cares?
So, yeah, Windows updates, maybe. I don't know. But I'm at 100% CPU right now. Sounds like it's time to stream a new PC build. Yeah. I think so. I just don't want to fork over the cash for a new PC right now, just for streaming stuff, you know? So, I think it's because of the production changes, though. I think it's partly because of the production changes. I have a onboard PCIe card now that takes in HDMI inputs. Turn off your crypto miner before stream 5. Yeah. Yeah. I have lots of stories to tell about finances. We had to deal with home insurance recently. What's up, Hellraiser? Alright, I think I'm just going to kick things off for now. I don't think I'm needed at the moment, so. I bet the new camera stuff includes the pickle dance with actual pickles. Yeah. Alright. Pause the music, Jim. Let's see how this goes. It's going to be the first time doing the dance. Let's see. Lemsky, we'll get to you in a second. The subs, I'll get to that in a second too. Thanks everybody for being here. Let's get the intro dance going. Aw, yeah. Get ready, chat. Hopefully this goes smooth. Same old, same old. Gonna start getting different. There. There. I didn't turn cam on yet either. Well, it's not going to have all the cameras though. But here we go. It's going smooth. Awkward stairs. Oh. I don't know where to look. Woo! All right. Robert Tables, I saw you call out the audio. You're absolutely. Now you can hear me in here. And in here. I think that was all of them. That one should have, yeah, that one's good. And that one's good. Okay. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Clarkio Shenanigans Show every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I am Clarkio. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. If it's your first time streaming. It's not my first time streaming, but it sure sounds like it, doesn't it? If it's your first time here on the stream, joining us, let us know in the chat. Say hi. Hang out. We do this thing. So the structure of the stream every Friday is the same. We open up with the dance. We chat a little bit about our wins of the week. If you don't know what that is, there's a command in chat, !WOTW. You enter that, and there'll be a response from the Stream Elements bot to tell you more about that. Then we get into playing a word game to kind of transition. It's called Wordle. I haven't done today's Wordle. And then we play a little bit of words on stream because I usually eat lunch about then. And then we get into the technical topic. What we've been doing is working on the same project for the past 7 streams or so now, I want to say. It's been a lot of fun. I'm going to update you all on the progress I made off stream on that project. And then we'll kick off what we're going to focus on for today. And it's more API development stuff is what we're doing, in case you're interested in that. It's a Node.js application using TypeScript. It's working with a MySQL database, interacting with that using a tool called Prisma via Node. And then the front end is Vue.js. So if any of that interests you, that technology and stuff, you want to follow along with the project, be sure to follow if you're on Twitch. If you're over on YouTube, be sure to like the video and subscribe so you can see more of this kind of stuff and keep up to date with the progress of things. Looks like my CPU is not quite pegged anymore, so that's good. It's at 95%. Before it was 100%. I don't know why, but that's what was going on. All right, I need some catching up to do because one, I see LLSLPUY followed. Thank you for the follow. Dubsman with the 46 months resubscription. Thank you, brother, for that. Almost 4 years subscribed to the channel. Appreciate you. Oh my god, my favorite stream, hair, starting soon. Get ready for the brows, people. Yes. And then Frackberg with the 38 months resubscribed. Thank you for that continued support as well, brother. Says not quite 5 years on my sub, but still been here for a minute. Heck yeah, you have been. Appreciate all the love and support from you as well. And then prior to that, off stream, Nadur followed, so thank you for that. Shout out to everybody for the support. Appreciate it. If you're just here lurking, listening in, I appreciate that as well, and thank you for that. Are you using NVENC encoding for OBS? I should be. It's been a while since I looked at that. Let me double check right now. Video stream output. Yes, NVIDIA NVENC H264. Can't change it right now. It's disabled since we're live, but yeah. So, Hellraiser says need NVENC for NVIDIA cards, no, or at least for native. I heard AVI is better for streaming. Yeah, I've been seeing lots of changes to OBS that have been great. But I haven't really dove deep into those yet. Like my time's been, I really miss being able to work on the stream production. I did work on it a little bit with the new camera stuff, which I'll go into the details on the setup now, the changes that were made there. But I love geeking out over stream production and setup stuff, but I don't feel like I've had a lot of time to do so. And I just happen to have enough time to at least get the cameras going before today's stream. So I have to dive into some of the changes in the latest OBS. Plus, there's a new version that's in beta already for OBS 29, I think. And now my CPU is pegged. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, you all let me know in the chat if you see any degradation in the stream quality. It looks like, according to OBS, everything's green, lit, good to go, and smooth. No drop frames or anything like that. It might be just my CPU that's just getting hammered right now, which may lead to me not being able to build and run my app on this machine, which would be unfortunate right now, because the CPU is just lacking bandwidth. AV1 is coming in OBS in a new version. Okay, thanks, Yanni. Good to see you, by the way. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Let's say hi. I see Danish, Hellraiser, Frackberg, Rugmat, Yanni, Robert Tables, Krishna. Who else we got in here? Baldbearded Builder. Yep, Overheard. And Small Front Cam Miss Audio. I imagine Clark or Yellen will do it live. Yeah. Who else? Anybody else I'm missing? Rugmat Bot. Appreciate Rugmat Bot. Lemsky. I saw your question earlier. I will respond to that shortly. Just getting warmed up right now. And Roy Lisi from earlier as well was in here. Or it may still be in here too. And I think that's it that I see so far. If you're here and you haven't chatted yet and you like to chat, drop a message. Rambling Geek, see you. Christian says, hey, Brian, how are you doing? Happy New Year. I'm doing well. Happy New Year to you as well. Rambling Geek, good to see you, buddy. So, folks, get your wins of the week queued up. If you don't know what that is a command in chat to help you learn more about the context of that. ! WOTW. My wins. Max is still kicking strong. He made it all the way through the holidays. Those of you that have been following along know that prior to the Thanksgiving holiday, we learned of our oldest dog, Max, he's like 13 plus years, has like a tumor in his abdomen. And the vet at the time was like, hey, yeah, we got to start thinking about end of life care. He's got about like a week to a week and a half is what they estimated. He's still going strong, acting normal. So that's a huge win. I'm going to keep saying that for so long. Here's the funny thing about this. Because of that, I have not been buying the normal sized bag of dog food for him because I don't want to over purchase and just have a bunch of his dog food laying around, because him and Bauer don't eat the same dog food. So it's not like I could just give it to Bauer. I mean, I guess I could, but like changing the dog food abruptly on dogs can mess with their stomach. It just doesn't usually go well. So I'm like, I keep buying a small bag. This sounds awful, but it's also kind of funny. In a dark humor way, maybe. I don't know. I keep buying a small bag of his dog food, but I'm having to buy it more frequently because he's, still with us. You know what I mean? Which I'm happy about. I don't mind. I'm not complaining, but it's been kind of interesting. Normally, I get the bigger bag of dog food. It lasts longer, that kind of thing. But had I known, I would have gotten the bigger bag of dog food all this time, right? Anyway, yeah. What's up, Spicy Thunder? Welcome in. Happy to have you here. First time chatter. Appreciate that. Make sure I'm not missing anything over on the YouTubes. In case anybody is watching over there, thank you for joining in on the YouTube side of things. I mainly stream directly to YouTube now for a number of reasons. Why not, right? The more platforms, the merrier, so long as it's not too much overhead, and it's not for me, thanks to Restream. Shout out to Restream.io. And then 2, it'll automatically record it. I don't have to go through the process of archiving it from Twitch to YouTube, which generally will degrade the quality of the video versus me streaming directly to YouTube, So that's the two of the reasons there. What else? Hey, Brian, how are you? I'm doing good. We read that already. The niche win of the week. All right, so let me finish my one before I jump into yours, everybody. 5 years streaming in general, 5 years on Twitch. Well, it's a long time. Lots of highs and lows over the course of that time. And lots of learning experiences and whatnot. But still love it, still enjoy it, regardless of all that stuff. I enjoy the process of it. I enjoy the production of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, the official date of my streamiversary would be January 4th, 2023. So 5 years ago from January 4th was the first time I went live. We'll take a look at the first. I have a clip of it that we can take a look at, and you can see how things have changed, how things have not changed, what has changed, what has not changed. We'll talk about that a little bit today as part of our just chatting portion of the stream. All right, so yeah, 5 year stream anniversary. Max is still going strong. Family's doing well and healthy. I'm sticking up with my habits too. Like, I didn't make any New Year's resolutions or anything. I'm just like, let's keep improving, doing the things that we plan to improve prior to the New Year's thing. I'm starting to get out of the mix of wanting to make New Year's resolutions and all that mumbo jumbo. Like, I don't need a new year to make me want to do that. Hey, thank you for the follow, Spicy Thunder. Appreciate that. And look at that. We reached our goal. Stream follower goal. 5,400 followers now. Appreciate you helping out with that, everybody. What was I saying? You didn't stream on your Streamiversary. Now this is pro streamer level. Yeah, why? Look, my schedule is every Friday. That's what I'm sticking to right now. Just because it was my actual Streamiversary on the 4th, 2 days ago, I had other obligations and whatnot. I would not be able to adjust for that. I always have Fridays blocked out for the stream. So, yeah, there's a lesson to you all. Stick to your schedule, that whatever that schedule works for you. I would love to stream more. My schedule doesn't really allot for it. Well, it could potentially allot for it, but it would put a lot of stress on me. And so for me to have the balance that I'm having, that I'm enjoying right now, once a week is the way it's going to be. But I would love to stream more if I could. If I could do that without adding stress. So there's that. There's a tip for anybody that's been streaming and feeling like they can't keep up with it or something like that. And then a tip for people that are maybe new. Figure out a schedule that works best for you. It doesn't have to always be that same schedule for the life for 5 years. In fact, my schedule has changed over those 5 years. I used to stream Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and I've cut back to just Fridays because that's what I needed to do. I've taken breaks too. I've taken month plus type of breaks before too, for lots of reasons. So heads up on all that. That's what you should do. Take care of yourself. Do what works best for you. And yeah, try streaming if you haven't done it. You might like it. All right. So I think that's it for my wins. Let me catch up on your wins, chat. What do you got for me? What's going on in your neck of the woods? By the way, speaking of wins, I came across a TikTok, I think it was. Pause the music, Jim. I think I have it in the Discord, but I don't have Discord open because I wanted to keep my apps to a minimum here since my CPU is getting pegged. maybe I'll just open it up in the browser only just to get the link real quick. Am I logged in? Should be. Come on, Discord. Spicy Thunder says, doing some C#. Nice. Congrats on that. Round of applause. I'm assuming that's what you mean for like your win. Learning and doing some C#. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you for sharing that with us. All right. Where did I share this? I think it was in general. So there's a term that I didn't know of that I learned through this video called, hey, Roy Lisi in general. Good to see you in there. It's called Freudenfreude, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I shared the video a while back. Where was it? This is it. I want to open that link like that and share my screen. Hopefully this works. Yeah, look how slow. Like normally this would have loaded and ran already.
I just learned about this made-up word for this very real concept that I want to share with you because it can bring more joy, positivity, and good vibes and high stoke into your life. Sun's coming up.
This is from the Wizard of Stoke on TikTok.
Freudenfreude? Freudenfreude. The New York Times wrote this article.
How do I make it bigger?
You can check that out. Freudenfreude means finding bliss in other people's joy. It means you're riding high with people who are riding high. It basically means you're becoming part of other people's joy. It's positive empathy.
Wins of the week.
And when you do it, it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
It feels good. But we don't do it enough.
We do here.
Sometimes we're worried that if someone else is doing good, that it means we're doing bad, that their success means our failure.
Right.
Sometimes it's easier to feel good when people feel bad.
Yeah.
That's a real word called Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude.
The thing is, that's actually easier to do a lot of times when we're down. When you're down, it's hard to summon this ability of finding joy in other people's joy. The more good you feel about people feeling good, the more good we all feel.
Exactly.
So in that article, they say that you can work out your Freudenfreude like it's a muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there and you can do some drills. No squats, no pull-ups, but you can do some drills. Drill number 1, you got to show interest in other people's joy and their success. Ask them about it. Get into it. Get stoked. If they're feeling good and you're feeling good about them feeling good, we're all going to feel good. Number 2, you got to look at other people's success as success and your success and feeling good about that success. Number 3, man, you got to share credit. When you do something good, tell everybody who helped you get there. The more credit we share, the more people involved, the more good is a communal thing. The more joy is a communal thing. The more stoke is a communal thing. The 4th thing that researchers say you can work out for that Freudenfreude muscle is you got to be a fan of joy. You got to ask people what's going good. You got to have conversations about who's doing well. Bring it out. And I'm going to Freudenfreude the fuck out of 2023. I'm celebrating your wins, big and small. Let's get stoked.
Well, folks, excuse the language, but I'm Freudenfreude the fuck out of 2023 and the past years with you all. Thanks to you all. And yeah, so this just came up in my For You page, how appropriate, like the algorithm is getting me on the TikToks. And I thought I'd share that with you all because those of you that have been around the stream know that we do this win of the week thing every stream. And it really, like he said, it's like a muscle, and doing that exercise, even if it's just the once a week, I try to, like, throughout the week, outside of even the stream, to think back of like the wins and then hear about other people's wins. You know what I mean? The positive things that are going on in their lives, because of Freudenfreude. So this is yet another point of encouragement for you all to practice this on your own. You know what I'm saying? What do you all feel about that, by the way? It's nice to me. It's nice to know that there's a term that's like used for like what we're doing. So instead of wins of the week, we could call it FF, Freudenfreude. So anyway, yeah, that's what wins of the week is all about. In case people were wondering. In fact, I should add that to the command, a clip to me showing that video from Wizard of Stoke, which shout out to Wizard of Stoke on TikTok. I shared the link over in the chat rooms, both on Twitch and YouTube, for folks that are interested to check out more from that creator there, because I think he articulated very well what we strive for with Wins of the Week and what I strive for just personally. So hopefully that helps you out and it gives you further motivation to carry on with Wins of the Week kind of attitude outside of the stream too. So, and thank you all from all this time that have always participated in Wins of the Week each time you show up and that kind of thing. And again, no pressure to anybody that you have to share something, because sometimes, you know, maybe things are personal. You don't want to get into the weeds of that. Or you feel pressure, like you got to try and come up with something. It is a muscle to try and think of stuff. Like it definitely can be. But that's why I always say it doesn't necessarily have to be like a huge thing, a huge win, a huge life-changing event that's happening to you that you're grateful for, that you want to share that win with anybody. It can be small things like, you know, that make you happy. And the go-to example I go with a lot is, you know, like if I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something, or like food related, like I'm glad I had a Reese's peanut butter cup the other day. It may not be the best thing for me, but it brought me joy. And I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to do that, right? Focusing on that kind of stuff. Yanni says 6 days in, all day glitched thing posted. What's that? What are you talking about, Yanni? While I'm waiting for a response from that, TypeScript Tea Time joined in the chat. Good to see you. Welcome in, TypeScript Tea Time. Good to see you streaming, by the way. Saw some of the notifications come through. Speaking of that, for folks that are interested, if you want to get familiar with other programming streamers in the community and ones that I highly recommend. Now, it's not a comprehensive list, to be honest, and I'm trying to actively update it as often as possible. But in my Discord, we have a channel that you can subscribe to called the Community Announcements channel, where I have a curated list, if you will, or just a list in general of folks that do programming or tech-related streams on this platform. And when they go live, it alerts you to that. And so that way you can discover other live streamers that I am fond of and admire. Okay, Yanni says something, what have Twitch glitch effect used and make to GIF is found from Clipchamp. Okay, gotcha. All right, Spicy Donna says, yeah, trying to learn C#, Link, NA Framework, and SQL. Nice. And then TypeScript and Angular. Cool. Yeah, Robert Tables, that guy definitely gets it. Wizard of Stoke. I mean, what a name. Robert Taylor says, I maintain a very consistent streaming schedule for almost 2 years, but just not streaming any day at all. Kappa. I mean, hey, you got to take a break. You got to take a break. You got to do what's best for you. And by the way, folks, Robert Tables did start streaming the other day, his stream setup kind of stuff, and preparing for a D&D event, Dungeons and Dragons, right? So shout out to Robert Tables. Go check out his channel. What else did I miss in chat? Anything else? There was more wins, right? The niche had a win. Good productive week work-wise, and only 1 week to go before we meet in person, and I give you a big wet kiss. A big wet kiss? I don't know about a big wet kiss, but I'll give you a hug. A bear hug. So for folks that don't know, I'm going to be in London soon. The January of this month, January 15th to the 19th. Spicy Thunder. I don't have water. That's a good reminder. Thank you for redeeming the hydrate and the stretch. We'll do the stretch first after I get done talking through this. We need some background music. Jim, what are you doing? I will be in London for a work trip for the week of January 15th to the 19th-ish, around there. I will be meeting with the niche while I'm there. I'm excited about that because the niche is flying in for it, and some other folks that I've kind of known on the interwebs through social media that I haven't had the chance to meet in person, so I'm excited to do that. I'm also excited to have the opportunity to meet my colleagues in person, a lot of them for the first time in person. So that's going to be good fun. I'm not excited about traveling to there, but I'm going to get over that and just deal with it because I can only control what I can control. So I can't have anxiety about flying and that kind of stuff. So it is what it is. So yeah, I'm excited about that, Danish. And thank you for sharing. Everybody else, thank you for sharing your wins of the week so far. If you have any other wins to share, please keep them coming. Love to hear it. We want to practice that Freudenfreude. Hellraiser says, sorry, work had me lurking away from audio for a bit. How many wins did we miss? Just a couple. We've been chatting quite a bit. You're going to London? Dope. Yes, Robert Tables is dope. Like, I'm excited. I'm grateful for that opportunity. you know, because people would love to go to London, but maybe don't necessarily have the opportunity to do that. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm just having anxiety when it comes to traveling in general. I like, especially for such a far distance for me, and being that far from family in case they need anything, it just makes me uncomfortable. But it is what it is. I got to live my life. I got to do, we all got to live our lives and got to get used to people traveling and doing stuff like that. So there you have it. What's up, Frank? Yeah, like he streamed yesterday. Yes, he did. Yeah, no problem for the shout out there. All right, let's do, did I miss anything else in chat? Oh, Hellraiser had to win in the week. Celebrated 4 years of marriage to my favorite person. That's awesome, Hellraiser. Congrats to you and your significant other. Very happy for you. Frackberg said I had to run. Have a good day, everyone. Appreciate you being here, Frackberg. Frackberg's win of the week from earlier was swam a non-stop 1,650-yard freestyle this morning. Nice way to kick off the year. Absolutely. Congrats on that, Frackberg. Keep up the good work, buddy. Glad to hear you taking care of yourself and inspiring others potentially to do that by sharing that. So thank you, everybody, for sharing your wins of the week. Keep them coming if you got more to do. Baldbearded Billy says Bauer is under the desk chewing the HDMI. Why? What's going on? You're sitting on the HDMI cable. What do you mean? Oh, when it was glitching before? Yeah. So it's something that's why I think my PC is just like struggling to keep up with everything that I got going on with it. Because I use my PC for work. I use my PC for gaming. I use my PC for streaming. So I have a ton of stuff on it, for one. But I try my best to offload most of the work to hardware. I try to throw money at hardware instead of software to help my PC out a little bit. But it's starting to reach its limit. I've been feeling that way in a lot of factors. When it comes to some of the work stuff that I do, sometimes the CPU gets pegged and hung up and starts hanging. Gaming can tend to cause a lot of issues for me to have like a smooth gaming experience and like not deal with hiccups while I'm trying to, you know, live real time in the moment play multiplayer games and stuff like that. And then streaming now. So streaming typically wasn't an issue for quite some time, but now that I've added the camera stuff, this is the first time streaming with all the camera change setups. Yeah, we're seeing we're pushing it to the limit here. So try the command format C. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, Frank. Yeah, I should listen to you all the time. All the time. Sounds like a smart idea. Robert Hill says, can I give you a pro tip, Clarky, regarding this opportunity? Yeah, hit me with it. You're talking about the opportunity to go to London? Yeah. TypeScript T-Time says, win of the week, safely returned to Europe with my waifu? Waifu? Congrats on that. Glad to hear that. Hellraiser says you need to get separate rigs. Potentially. Like if I were, basically what I would do is I would pay monies to build out a new PC that would be beefier than this one, and then let this one be the I don't know, I'd use that one probably for the gaming and work stuff, and then use this one, continue to use this one as a stream PC strictly, and maybe a server too, you know, like hosting. Robert Till says, after you travel, be sure to personally thank the individuals that sent you. It will mean a lot to them and make you feel good too. That's a great piece of advice. Thank you, Robert Tables. I hadn't thought about that. Who would I, you know, that's the question then. It's my like executives. So you're saying send an email to my executives? I don't normally do that. But that probably would go a long way. TypeScript T-Time, what do you do with old computers anyway? They sit in a closet and collect dust, become paperweights. That's what I do. I have, I think quite literally, maybe there's an exception or two in here, still have, not necessarily with me here, but still have like every computer I've ever owned. My very first computer is still at my parents' house, which they're not too happy about because they want to declutter and stuff like that. I told them it's fine, just save the hard drives maybe. But we haven't quite done that. Maybe this summer. Maybe this summer I'll go there, work from New York for a little while, and handle that. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, pretty much every, you got me really thinking, TypeScript T-Time. Yeah, that's what yours do too, TypeScript T-Time? Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone in that. So I have a couple that are in this closet over here, and laptops. So I have like, I think 2 old desktops sitting in there that aren't a complete rig anymore either, because I've Frankenstein them. I probably can take some of the components that I have and make something out of one of them at least, but I don't think it'd be worth it performance wise. And then I have a couple, 1 or 2 laptops in there. I even have like my wife's old laptops and computers that are like Windows XP probably still. I haven't opened them up in years, sitting in there collecting dust. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I always like have ideas. I have used things like that as servers before and whatnot. I also have Raspberry Pis. Those count as computers too. Do I have Pis? No, I have 1. What am I saying? I only have 1, right? Yeah, I only have 1. I meant to get one of the newer ones because I have an older model. For a server, you really don't need powerful stuff. That's true. Rugmat, you have 3 Pis. Nice. Hellraiser says, when you're ready to move to a new rig, it would be fun to play some Russian Roulette.py on the rig/stream. What is Russian Roulette.py? Like, see if it'll destroy it, like completely brick it? I don't know about that. TypeScript T-Time, mobile phones are pretty much the same, but smaller. Exactly. However, I feel better about the mobile phone aspect of it because I use my mobile phones as like little IoT controller devices, basically, and cameras. Case in point, this one, that's an old camera, old iPhone, and that one, that's an old phone as well. But when they're not being used as cameras, well, that one right there generally just stays there because it's an older phone. This one I use as like a IoT control device, like the light above me, the key light, and then there's another one above it over there. Those get controlled by this device. I watch my security cameras on it, stuff like that. Hellraiser says, I need to set up my Octopi. Import random, import OS, random int 0. Yeah, so 6 shots. OS remove Windows System 32. Nice. Frank was on Patch and Switch chat earlier. Nice. That's good. Good to hear. Anything else that I'm missing here? All right, so let's talk about keep the wins of the weeks coming, folks. No problem. Happy to keep hearing more and practice Freudenfrude. But I'm going to keep the conversation going along the way too. Robert Tozar said, yeah, I sent a thank you email to my CEO who chose to send me to reInvent. It was well received. Okay, cool. That's a good idea. Thank you for sharing that feedback and advice rather. All right, camera changes that happened. So before today, the intro dance and camera setup was this camera here used to be up where this one is right here. Okay. And then that one has always been, that one stayed in its place. What's new, that one, it's not really a new camera. It's a camera I had sitting around. But now that I have this HDMI input device capture card in my PC, which is like back in there, you can see the CPU cooler right on my finger there. I can now take this one, which has a power plug that I have plugged into the wall and the HDMI output, and I can plug the HDMI output from that into the back of the PC. And then the other one that you can kind of see, I think this is it right here. Yeah, this is the GoPro. That. And the GoPro is powered via USB off of the monitor that it's like clinging to. And then there's an HDMI out that goes into that HDMI port as well. I'm really excited about this one because anytime I need to do like on desk or maybe like a top down camera angle, or I need to show you like my keyboard and stuff, I can switch to this, you know, although it looks like it's having a little bit of hiccups too, but then I can like show you, you know, or I can maybe get an overhead look, you know, pointing top down with that one. It'll be fairly easy to do, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited, in particular excited about that one, and hopefully the PC can sustain it. Now you can get the full Clarkio view too a little bit. So those are the two things that changed. And then the main camera, this one, but not with so many heads of me. this one, I swapped out my... This is my camera that I used to stream off of. Okay. This one I could still hook up via USB and using some of the Sony software to get the input of this as yet another camera. However, I'm glad I didn't do that because I don't think my PC would be able to handle that too. It'd be way too much. But now I have a free hand, like I can basically, what the idea is, I can make standalone videos, not just from streaming like this. I pressed the wrong button, but that should work. Not just from streaming, I can record here and get like another secondary camera angle with relatively the same camera, like this one, just a different lens, as like a B-roll kind of thing, or I can just handheld record something. You know what I mean? I can record my screen with it in a different way instead of just recording my screen directly. So I'm really excited about the possibilities and the creativity I can employ with these camera changes. So that's what's changed production-wise prior to the prior to this stream, last stream. So if you take a look at last stream, contrast it with this, you're not gonna see a huge difference other than like the intro dance camera angles. All right, Spicy Thunder asked for us to do a stretch, so let's catch up and do that. And then I'll get some water too, since they redeemed hydrate. All right, we're gonna switch over to the gym view. I don't know how this is gonna work because I don't think I set up the gym view yet. Oh! I was like, I hear someone mumbling. You're almost on camera too. Thank you. I got 14 of them in here now. Yeah. Thank you. Wait. Hold on, chat. What's up, Spotacoli? Holy moly, Spotacoli. How you doing? Happy Friday. Sorry, I was just chatting with my wife for a second about the folks that were here at the house and seeing how things went. It might be in the bedroom. My water cup. In case anybody was wondering what I'm talking about. What was I going to change? Oh, I wanted to go to the gym scene and fix that. Gym... Add scene. Yes. I know. Appreciate you. You know what might be part of the problem? Oh, I added the same thing. I guess that works. Part of what might be pegging my CPU is that the way I set up OBS is I just added this camera under a new scene name, but it could still potentially be used as the same source. You know what I'm saying? For those of you that are familiar with it. Happy Friday, Spadicoli. It's good to see you. What's your win of the week, Spadicoli, if you got one? Roy, thank you for doing the shadow. It's not going to work in this one, unfortunately. Just making it harder for you. Yeah. It won't work in this scene, but I think if I switch back to one of the talk scenes or the main scene, we'll be able to try that out again. So I'm going to reimburse you for that one. And we'll get back. All right, so hydrate. Spicy Thunder, thank you for the hydrate. And then let's do the stretch. I'm going to count that as done, even though we haven't done it yet. All right, stretch time, folks. This is what you got to do. Arms out. Across the body. Parallel to the floor. Okay, thumbs up. Fingers clasped into the palm of your hand, but the thumb up. Okay, you're going to pull your arms back behind your back. Again, keeping them parallel to the floor still. And you're going to rotate them down nice and slow. Feel the burn. Yeah, feel the burn. And then shake it out. The other one we like to do is for carpal tunnel purposes. You're going to feel it at the back of your wrist here. You're going to put your hands back to back and push towards them. Apply pressure and bend the wrist a little bit. And then hold that there for a little. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shake it out, shake it out. What does that rotating thing do? I mean, what it's the effect? You just feel like a stretch all throughout your arm and your chest, basically. So if you do exactly how I'm doing it, if you're following along at home or wherever you are at work, you can do it in your cube, at your desk or whatever. People, who cares what people think? Okay, you're taking care of your health. So you're doing thumbs up and you rotate your thumbs down, like thumbs down, and you'll feel things stretch out. It feels really kind of weird, but it feels good. Well, when you've been doing it for a little while. All right, I'm eating my lunch, so we're going to play Words on Stream while I eat my lunch. Today, we have a pressed panini brioche bread. Switch to talk mode here. With chicken, mozzarella, pesto sauce, tomato, and I think that's it. It's delicioso. All right. Just making it hard for you. Thanks. No problem on that. I appreciate the challenge. We broke the fourth wall. Yes, we did, Robert Taylor's. Piece of your room is showing. I see a guitar. Yes, TypeScript T-Time. Thank you for catching that. That's because I hadn't set up the gym scene prior to starting the stream with all the camera changes. What's up, Roy? I didn't realize it started. Sorry. Glad you caught on. Clay hacks. I sprained both my wrists in elementary school after front flipping off the monkey bars. Ouch. So I'm basically immune to carpal tunnel. I guess that's a benefit. Thanks for sharing that story. Welcome to the stream, Clay. Appreciate you being here. That reminds me. I think it was Spicy Thunder. Somebody had a question. Beginner. Where is it? Lemsky. Hi, I'm beginner in JavaScript. Can you give me simple project ideas? So, let me share this advice. Pause the music, Jim. Something we've talked about before on the stream, but I don't mind talking about it again. I'll try to be as succinct and precise as I can. If you're a beginner in any programming language and you're trying to think of ideas to get started, well, one, I have clips of this on my TikTok. So if you go to tiktok.com/@clarkio, CLARKIO, you'll find it in my feed there. But the gist of what I share there is you need to reframe your mind about these projects. The whole purpose of you building something with what you're learning as a beginner is to apply what you're learning and to get practice in what you're learning, right? And a lot of times what I find people wanting to do as beginners in anything is they want to come up with the next genius idea, the next new thing. You don't have to go that route. It's okay if you do, but a lot of times that ends up being an excuse to not get started, to not get going, because you're worried about figuring out the idea, the name of the thing, whatever it may be. Don't worry about that right now as you're learning. Focus on applying what you're learning. So what are some things you can do? You can recreate existing stuff. It does not hurt. For this purpose, it does not hurt to do something that's already been done before. That could mean something boring, like a to-do app. That could mean maybe doing like some other clone of another app. Like maybe you want to clone Twitter, try and build your own version of that, or an Instagram, or some social media site, any other website. See if you can create google.com website for all I care, or for all you care either. The idea is to get the practice of doing it and learning through that experience even further. Okay. So don't worry about coming up with new projects. Look for things that already exist that you can try and replicate yourself. Another idea is the one that I like to do, but this is probably more applying to people that have more experience, but I think it can be applied as a beginner too. Look for things in your everyday life that are like repetitive that you have to do on the computer, and see if you can solve that with software, like build some automation or things like that using your programming skills that you're learning. That's another avenue you can go around. So hopefully that helps, Lemsky, if you're still there hanging out, or anybody else that's in here that's a beginner in any programming language, or just beginner to get to programming at all. Use that advice to help you kind of get started. Don't worry about starting something new, creating something completely new from start and being the next, big wig, genius that created genius. Is subjective, I guess, a little bit. But these people that are well regarded as innovative people for creating new websites or whatever, new software. Don't worry about going that path right now. Worry about learning and applying what you're learning. All right. 4K, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you for the happy stream anniversary. Appreciate you. I was just answering a question from a chatter that's new to JavaScript and asking for advice on simple project ideas. So hopefully that helps them out there in that regard. All right, what I miss in chat, Roy? Encouragement to spraining your wrist before using PCs. I'm joking. Please don't do that. Yeah. Remake Sneak. Sure, go for it. Remake some of the capabilities that Sneak offers. That kind of thing. I think it'd be fine. It's a good way to apply your skills that you're learning. All right. Music back on. We're going to play Words on Stream. Then I'll do the Wordle, and then we'll get into working on the project that we've been kind of doing. Yeah. All right, chat, you ready to play Words on Stream? Oh man, my PC's lagging so bad. I don't think I'm going to be able to program. I'm going to have to figure out what's causing the hiccups here. All right, hold on. I'm getting set up here. Fake. Hidden. Who's ready to play Words on Stream? Say I in chat, because I got to eat before it gets cold. Sorry, I was chewing. Clay, I see your message. Speaking of Sneak, I was kind of... And 4K, glad you're into it. And for folks that haven't played Word on Stream, don't feel intimidated by it. You'll see how it goes, and you can participate by just chatting, basically. You don't need to, like, sign up or anything. So Clay says, speaking of Sneak, I was kind of sad they didn't do their swag giveaway this year for Fetch the Flag. I thought they did. They had a way you could redeem it, Clay, if I recall correctly. Because I remember they gave, or maybe it was a different event. It might have been the CTF 101 event. But you just had to redeem it, kind of thing. However, and then earlier in 2022, we did the event, the Big Fix event, which is what the app is that I'm working on. I'm building an app to support that event. The Big Fix, where you can, just by fixing vulnerabilities in your projects, you get participation, like reward, which is a t-shirt, kind of like Hacktoberfest, and then like other awards based on how you stack up against things and stuff like that. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Speaking of, I mean, I'll talk more about that when I get to the working on the app for the Big Fix by Sneak that we have coming up in February. So that'll be another opportunity for you to get some more swag, Clay. But I'm glad to hear of your interest in Sneak and getting swag from us. So awesome stuff. What's with the video screen tearing? I think it's good to see you, Green, by the way. Hey, yo. I have changed some things with my setup, and I think it's just my PC struggling to keep up with all the video cameras that I have. You missed it a little bit. I'll go through them real quick for you, Green, because I know you appreciate it. So here's the main camera, the normal webcam C920. That camera changed. It's still a similar angle, but you can see it's glitching even more on that one for some reason. Then the typical one over here, I moved that one. It used to be up in that previous view. That's the one of the iPhones. And then I got a GoPro. And here's my lunch. You can see it. Sorry, I was working on a couple priorities. Oh boy, for the last few days. No worries, Green. Totally understand. I'm just catching you up because I know you like this. I figure you like that kind of stuff. Spotty Coley says, new PC time. Yes, but I just don't want to fork over the cash on something like that right now. What's up, Trey Buster? Welcome in. Happy to have you here. First time chatter. Appreciate it. Does look appetizing, doesn't it? You like it? I'm glad to hear that. All right, we're going to play Words on Stream while I eat my lunch, and then we'll get into some further things. Hey, Clay, just a heads up. The reason why those didn't count for you if you're wondering, is because the way the game works, you see that progress bar that's there, that's in the middle? It's like teal color. You'll notice a little padlock kind of points. When you guess something correct, it locks you from being able to guess again, so you can't just speed run through it too fast, one person. So you gotta wait until it gets to the unlock point, and then it'll let you guess again. So just a heads up for anybody that might run into that.
This just became a job.
Smell food.
JT, thank you for the 38 months of Prime Gaming. Schmerple, right back at you. Appreciate that continued support, JT. Thank you for being here and for the support over the years, especially after, on a Streamiversary stream. And then Green right after that with the 14 months with Prime Gaming. Appreciate you as well, Green. Thank you for your continued support, buddy. All right, chat. Skipping 3 levels. Off to a good start. Let's continue here. GG. What could be that other 6-letter word? seniors. How did I not see that? Nice job, Clay. Hellraiser with senior. All right, one more 5-letter word, folks. Folks. I was like, folks. Noses. Wow. Well done. Good job on level 4 there. All right, we're going to go to level 7. Shout out to Yanni, Hellraiser Green, TypeScript Tea Time, Clay, 4K JT, myself, and Roy. Getting us this far. Let's keep it going. What's up, Rugmat? Captain Mythic, hello. Happy New Year to you as well. How are you? What's your win of the week if you got one to share? And that goes for folks that maybe joined too recently. If you got a win of the week to share, drop them in the chat. If you don't know what win of the week is, type !WOTW. Nafron, thank you for your help there. I'm gonna let that, I guess. Hellraiser. Nafron, thank you for your continued help. Like, you're here in a lot of streams, you're helping out, sharing commands, so I'm giving you the VIP tag, bud. Boom. It should have gone through. I think. Let's see if it happened, Nafron. Next time you chat, it should have worked. John, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. There it is. Appreciate you, Nafron. So now you won't get hit by some of the normal chat stuff with the VIP tag. Like, I think it won't block your words and stuff like that. Oh. Nice job, chat. Captain Mythic, you consider yourself a VIP? It's all in the attitude? Absolutely. I know you put Kappa in there, but I would say absolutely it's all in the attitude. I mean, but I gave Nafron that for a number of reasons. Yeah, how is cent not a word? C-E-N-T? Oh, because there's a fake letter. No. Yeah, so C might be the fake letter. I didn't realize we hit the fake letter round. C-E-N-T. C is fake. All right, lunch is done. Man, I need you all to check if I have anything in my teeth, though, chat. Ricardo, what's up, buddy? Welcome back. Good to see you. My luck. Always using the fake letter. Yeah, I know. I do the same thing, Roy. Chat, you're doing great today. Green, you know, how are you now? I thought Green, I'm giving you VIP as well. Win of the week 4-year anniversary at my job today. Congrats on that, Frank. That's awesome. Roy says, are you allowed multiple guesses between padlocks if you didn't guess correctly? Correct.
2, 1.
Yanni, thank you for the high five. Yes, Roy, that is correct. If you don't, the only time you get locked and you can't guess again between the padlocks is if you guess a correct word. Let's keep it going. What are we up to? Level 14, chat. Let's do it. All right, we're up to fake and hidden letters now. Knowing that words are lexicographically ordered helps a lot. Yes. That is true. TypeScript tea time. Rule. So R-U-L-E. We know. So H or V could be. H or V could still be fake. What other? Hurl. Okay. So V is probably fake then. All right. Now we got to figure out the hidden letter. What could be the hidden letter? Could it be S? Like rules? Rule. D. D is hidden. Use words with D in it now, chat. Like drool. That's not how you spell it. Rude. There we go. Got one. Yeah, hurl. Nice job, Clay. JT with the hurled. 4K with the held. Well done. And we made it to our goal. We're at least going to level 15. The game is punishing you for being successful. Yeah, in a sense. Glad to hear you're honored, Green. It's well deserved. Rickety Rocket, welcome in. Happy to have you here playing the game with us. All right, 2 more 4-letter words alphabetically between herd and hurl and rude and rule. So think about it. It's probably an H, a word that starts with H. There we go. Rude, JT. And now we have another one that's H between herd and hurl. Hewed. Well done, Clay. So everybody pick up on that? That's something that took me a while to learn. If you're new to this game, the words are listed lexicographically, or I feel like I'm correct in saying still. Chat, you let me know. Alphabetically, right? All right, we're going to level 17. We're jumping past that. Usually the one we get stuck on, level 16. We're going to go to that. Captain Mythic's win of the week over the holiday started a company. Wow, that's awesome. Almost finished with setting it up to function properly. Already have a client that pays well. Also getting actually better at kickboxing. Started dishing, not just taking. Wow, that's a lot of wins right there, Captain Mythic. Congrats on all that. Yanni, nice job on over the 100 points. Let's go. Rude. Das a weird word I never heard of. BRB. Okay. All right, we have fake and hidden. Fake and hidden. This is going to be a tough one. As I'm glitching out over here. I really need to just not move, I guess. And just move my mouth, and it seems to work okay. But if I do this, it glitches. Ryle? Oh, it's all 5-letter words. Ruler. Nice job, TypeScript tea time. Lurer. So, R-U-L-E-R. Q is... there's a Q and a U. So I could be fake. Can we get queen in there? No. Would queer? Quiet? Oh, there's no T. Queer has 2 E's in it though, right? Choir? Require? Require. Squirrel. Okay, so Q is in there. What's the fake letter? S is hidden. S is hidden. Nice job, Green, on that one. What's the fake letter? There's 2 R's. There's a Q, U, I. Q, U, I, L, N? N is fake. N is fake. Nice job, Rugmat. You got that too, yeah. Require? Is that gonna work? No. Lures. Okay. Squire. Nice job. Nice! Way to go, team. Choir. So then there's choirs, right? No. Lures. No. Rulers. Surlier Hellraiser? What is that? Surlier. All right, let's pause here for a second. Yanni with over 100 points so far at 109. Clay, Hellraiser, TypeScript Tea Time, Green, 4K, JT, Rugmat, myself, Roy, Captain Mythic, and Frank helping us get to this point so far. Level 19. It's off to a great start. This is our first round. Our first shot at this. Let's see if we can get close to our record of level 27 without cheating, level 28 with cheating, okay? Being honest. We're keeping that going. Surliers. Surlier? Yeah. English is not my native language, so excuse me. No worries, Roy. Yeah, just try putting letters together. English is my first language, native language, and I still struggle with it. Ricardo says, my vocabulary is not enough to play. Yeah. I just know like 3 words in each game, switch it to Spanish. Yeah, no worries, Ricardo. I appreciate you playing and having fun with us. And thank you for being here. All right, we got fake and a hidden. Fake and a hidden. Oh, we're up to that now. Clay did loading. 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 So V is fake. And D is hidden. D is hidden. Wow. Nice job on that, Clay. V is fake. D is hidden. Run with it, chat. I didn't realize that they're hiding the guesses. Hellraiser got dialogue. I didn't realize we were up to that point. Level 19 does this, I guess. Loading is all words. Yes. Clay got a line and gonad from 4K. Gonad. All right, we're getting there. 30 out of 75 points. We got a lot of time still, thankfully. What's going on with the loading screen? Or this little progress bar? Is it frozen? It's like stuck. We don't know how much time we actually have. Loka got doing. And Clay got ligand. Doing. Ligand? Your computer is broken. I think so. I think it's busted. Hellraiser got ladding. One more lock. Yeah. All right, we're in the orange. That means we're in here somewhere, but we're so close in points, chat. We're so close. Come on. Throw it all out there. Quick. Quick. I don't know how much time we have left because my computer's breaking. Dang it. Nodal. Nice. Gland. Nice. 3 more points. Throw any words out there. Go, 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 go. Anything? Oh. Good try, chat. Good try. Level 19, that's very good for our first round at it. All right, I need to figure out what is causing this system hiccup right now. Maybe if I close that and close that. Let me close some browser tabs to help with this a little bit. I probably definitely need to close some browser tabs here, chat. You think I have enough open right now? Let's go from here. That'll help alleviate. I don't think I need that open anymore. I'll probably get rid of some of these. I do need to get that wet fart meme at some point. Try hack me we can get rid of. And I can always go back to that. These ones, I haven't saved those images yet, so that's why I haven't closed those tabs. It's one of those situations. All right, so that should help with the CPU a little bit. What other tabs do I have open? All right, we're playing a new round, by the way. I can close that. Close that. Close that. I have more tabs closed now. 4K, I let that go through, but it's a 3-letter word, and it needs to be at least 4 letters. Roy says, also, I found out where I heard about Sneak that you asked the first time I got here. My coworker and John Hammond YouTube. Nice. That's awesome to hear. I'm going to save that and share. I don't know where I'm going to put it because I don't. Let's get rid of this. I'm going to put it there. That way I can share that feedback with the team. That's awesome to hear. Ricardo, thank you for resubscribing for 3 months. I really enjoy your streams this year. I will start creating content for developers in Spanish. That's awesome to hear. You're a motivation to start streaming and have a great community as you have. Best regards from Mexico. Love, keep it on. That means a lot. That really means so much to me, Ricardo, to hear all that. Like, from the bottom of my heart, appreciation to you, not just for the resub, but for that kind message. Heck, if you just sent that message and didn't sub, I would appreciate it just as much. So thank you for that. And if you have any questions or things that you'd like help with to get started with streaming, I'm there for you. Hit me up. Go, best place probably is the Discord to reach me, clarkyo.com/Discord, or on socials if you like. Whatever works best for you. But I'm here for you if you need some help getting started streaming. I love geeking out over it and like talking about stream stuff. So thank you so much for that support, Ricardo. Did I miss anything else? I think I'm caught up on that. Messages in chat. Nafron says you have too many tabs when only the favicons show up. Yeah, yes. Well, some of those are because I pinned those tabs. Nafron, just in all fairness. Green, thank you for petting Bauer and Max. Captain Mythic, Clark, what's your win of the week? You missed it from earlier, but I don't mind recapping. My dog Max is still alive and running because he's on end of life of care, supposed to be back in Thanksgiving time around November. But he's been going strong and perfectly fine. His quality of life is the same, if not better even. So that's one win of the week. Family's healthy and everything like that. And work's going good. And I forget some of the, but that's essentially what I shared with that. And the stream anniversary, 5 years streaming I'm excited about that. What's your personal best? 21. My personal best on this channel is level 27 without cheating, Green, and level 28 with cheating. And what I say by cheating is I had an anagram solver that would give me some possible things to try. It didn't always work, to be honest, either. So it's kind of cheating, but kind of not. And plus they have things in place here, like those padlocks, that keep you from just constantly guessing over and over again. So, because they know people are going to do that kind of thing, yeah. What was the F in chat for, folks? The locks are not frozen. The locks are disappearing at least. Yeah. Oh, the progress bar not showing the right things. Yeah. You missed telling us your win of the week. Cap. Oh, you remember. Okay. Ricardo says, what's happening with your cam? So what's happening is I have it hooked up to a new device, a capture card on the PC, and my PC is it's being utilized at 100% right now, looking at my task manager, and so it's just not able to keep up with all the hardware stuff that I got going on right now, and I got to tinker with it. So that's why you see me kind of glitching a little bit, unfortunately. I'll have to figure it out. You got the word sent in there, Rugmat? Nice. Yes, Robert Table has been in the house. Roy says, I got nice stuff this level. Yeah, there you go. Congrats to Clay, Johnny, 4K, Green, Hellraiser, Roy, Robert Tables, TypeScript, T-Time, Rugmat, Frackberg, and Kowich. Frackberg, you're there? What are you doing there, Frackberg? I thought you were working. Slacker. Windows is happening. Yes, Captain. All right, we got a fake letter level now at level 7. Keep up the good work. While you all are doing that, I'm kind of just messing with some of my OBS setup here to see if I can offload some of the CPU utilization that's going on right now. All right, so don't mind me. I'm not actively participating in the game. Cobra Sean, welcome into the stream, by the way. Good to see you, buddy. When there's a pause, if you have a win of the week to share with us, let us know in the chat. We'd love to celebrate with you. I'm basically like cleaning up some of my scenes here. Oh, you all reached the level, so you passed this one at least. Good job. All right, continue. What is GTSY2, Clarkio? Good, thanks. Good, thanks. Something, something. Sorry. I'm turning off the other cameras, basically. Captain Mythic says the problem is that you did not construct enough pillions. What are pillions? Good job, chat. Going up to level 10 now. Proud of you. Happy for you. Pylons, maybe? Maybe. Crackberg, I thought you had work, bud. Don't let me distract you. Don't feel like you have to be here if you gotta work, buddy. You must construct additional pylons. That's it, Frackberg. Not my primary language. Your base R belong to us. Yes, Hellraiser. Why won't this show me the properties of this camera? One thing I've been noticing with OBS has been kind of hiccupy. The screen froze a sec. GTSY is good to see you. Oh, okay. Thank you, Cobra Sean, for clarifying that. Sorry I didn't see it before. Frackberg says, I did have work. I'm currently between stuff, so I'm here to troll support. Thanks. The screen froze a second.
Message from Robitables. Yeah, and I thought you were on your lunch break. Where's the beef?
Where's the beef? I ate it. I ate it. So I'm on lunch break to try and alleviate some of the CPU utilization through OBS right now. Oh.
Message from Captain Mythic. The CPU is fart.
Yeah. Essentially. I'm like deleting scenes over here. Trying everything out. Hey, at least the progress bar is working now. That was kind of a funny glitch, right? Oh, that's what that is. Okay. I'm going to get rid of that. That might be messing with stuff. And the music randomly will stop for a little bit and then come back. Nice job getting the level 12, chat. Keep it up. Nice. Level 15, chat. It's going to get super hard on 15. We usually get stuck on this. I don't feel like any of this is actually helping. I'm like cleaning up stuff in my OBS, but it doesn't feel like it's actually helping. Because my CPU is still getting pegged big time. Like, ouchies. You're using it as free English class?
Mythic. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Kappa.
I know you say Kappa on that, Captain Mythic, but like for real, I probably could use it because I don't think I've restarted it since installing that capture card. No, I'm not also mining, Captain Mythic. All right, back to work thing. All right, enjoy your work, Frackberg. Appreciate you, buddy. Twitch chat does need to support Markdown. Are there any themes on this or random words? It's random, basically, Roy. Trying to see what in Brave my browser is using. I mean, it's Words on Stream that's using up the most CPU right now. And the Twitch tab. All right, nice job, chat. You're going to level 16? Actually, you know what? That did help because the OBS CPU utilization dropped from like in the mid 20s to the teens now. It's like at 15, 16%. That's pretty good. I don't know what the system process is though. NT kernel and system? What might be utilizing that? You know? Like what? Look at this chat real quick. Brave browser, which is understandable because we're playing Words on Stream, but then system and then OBS. So OBS used to be at the top with the Brave browser, but what's system? It could be all kinds of things, right? It's like always first for you, Roy? Unclear? Yeah. That's why I think maybe, I know Captain Mythic was joking around, but like a PC restart might help with some of that. Oh, good try, chat. Level 16. Always one of the harder ones for us. All right, I'm going to stop playing this, everybody. But I appreciate you joining in on that. Hope you had some fun. Shout out to Hellraiser, Clay, Yanni. Look at that. Over almost nearly 200 points, Hellraiser. Clay with the 124. Yanni with just below the 100-point mark. 4K, Kovic, Sean, Rugmat, Roy, Green, Freckberg, Robert Tables, and TypeScript Tea Time. Hope you all enjoyed playing Words on Stream. If you like that, you want to use it in your own stream, you go to wos.gg, sign in with your Twitch account, and then it'll automatically listen to your Twitch chat messages and get you from there. Stand up. Not right now, Roy. You just breaking your cables? Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna reimburse you. Well, that was abysmal. Yeah, that happens. You can restart. We'll wait. My smart stop at 4-letter words. Yeah, that's what happens with me too. You definitely enjoyed it. Glad to hear that. 4K. Oh no. Nope. I want to see how my CPU responds now. I'm gonna save that to share with the team later. I think apart from one shadow, I've always been refunded. Sorry. That's not usually the case here, Roy. Gotta go study chem now. Take care, everyone. All right, enjoy 4K. Good luck with the studying and all that fun stuff. Appreciate you hanging out and playing. All right, let's turn lunch break off. How is the CPU responding now? It's still at 100% and it's system. System's at 23% still. I don't know why. I kind of want to restart just to see, but I don't want to have the disconnect in the recording. Roy says, no, I mean, it's fine. I'm just joking. At least you're refunding them. Yeah. Security bug bash runner. Yeah. All right. So, well, actually, I haven't done the Wordle yet. Let me do that real quick. Don't ruin it for me. All right, folks, here's the part where I get frustrated trying to figure out the word of the day for Wordle. If you've never played Wordle before, it's kind of like words on stream, but they don't give you letters to guess. You got to come up with words that are 5-letter words, and you get 6 tries to guess correctly. The objective is to guess in as little guesses as possible. So I always start with farts because it's very appropriate for my brand and stream, and that is not a very good start. So let's try and get some more vowels in here since that wasn't very fruitful. We're gonna go with maybe pound. See if any letters come out of that. Oh my, this is, I really dislike when this is the case, because then it leaves me in a really a pickle, a jam. So is it like, is it quick? No, it's not. Is it click? I don't really want to use that because there's 2 C's in it. Is there another? I could do cliche. No. Climb. That'd be a better guess. Let's try climb. There's more letters. Okay, we're better now. We're better now. We got L-I-B. So if you've never played this before, when the letters have a background of like grayish or black there, or gray really, then that means that letter is not in the word at all. If it's yellow, it means it's in the word, the correct word to guess, but it's not in the correct position. So like L doesn't go here, I doesn't go here, and B doesn't go here, but it's in the word. So B could go in any of these other places, for instance. I'm going to guess it starts with the... But then what? It can't. Bill? Billing? File? File? No. Maybe it starts with libel? Could that be it? We haven't tried E yet, so that would help me guess that and let us know if there's 2 L's. Because generally speaking, sometimes when there's an L in there, there could be a double L. So, and then that, I always need to double check this. So the B is in a different position, I is in a different position, L's. All right, let's go with send it. Oh, all right. We got 4 out of the 5 letters. And we got a new letter. E is in there. So it doesn't start with L. So probably, is it Bible? No, because that seems like it'd be a good guess, but the I doesn't go there. What? Is it edible? Can't work. Doesn't end in L? I mean, it says, I guess it told me not that because... No, it would have been, if it ended in L, it would be green. So this means L is either here or here. It could still start with B, but then what is it? B-E? Belay? Belly? Is it? No, because there's an I in there. Bill. Is it like beige? Bagel? Beige? No, it doesn't end in L. Is it Bigly? All right, so it could start with I, but not likely. So we're going to say, let's say I goes here. Which means the B, if it starts with B, it's got to be B-E. Can't be B-I. B-E. Belvy? Believe. I feel like I should be getting this. I have 4 out of the 5 words. It's just like, what is the combination? My eyes are hurting. Ugh, all the lights. Chat, I'm ignoring you right now because I don't want you to give it away or give me any hints. That's why I'm not looking at you. Just look at the camera and the screen. Maybe it doesn't start with the B. gotta be something B-E-X-I, B-E-X-L. L-I? No. I'm guessing it's gotta be L. X. And maybe I. Belib? Bellic? Belvi? Does it not start with B then? Belgi? Maybe it starts with I. Inbel? Inbol. There's no N. What am I doing? Imbecile. That's me. E-B... Ebly? Chat, do you see it? Like, just write the word yes in chat if you see what it is. Don't give the word away in the chat. Just say yes. I see the word, and you're like, you can't believe I don't see it. That way I can go back in chat history and see how many of you are laughing at me. Does it start with B? I see L-I-B-E and my brain just keeps thinking Bible. I'm not even really religious. But it can't end in B-L-E. So the B can't go here. It could go here, but I gotta imagine. I mean, maybe it does go there. Is it B-E? It could, but it doesn't start with L. So it can't be like XXLB. Or it could be here, LBE. That doesn't work, right? Alb? Albi? But then the I has to start with I then, if that's the case. I-L-B-E? Idle? No, Ibble? Ibble? The E can't go there. Ebly? Man, I don't think it's been a while since I've gotten this stuck on it. I like this little beat. Bexil. B-E-X. It doesn't end. It can't end in L. B-E-X-L-I. Fudgesicles. Does it end in I-E maybe? Maybe it's like X-B-L-I-E. Does that work? Yes, all the letters are in new positions. So then in that case, what could be the first letter? Can't be anything. Because there's no other vowels for it to start with. Oh, this is a tough one, huh? Is it supposed to be this hard? G. All right, let's try it. E, B, L, Ebly. I'm just gonna have to keep running through a bunch of combinations. E, N, E, B, L, I, E. Ebly? Does that even work? Is it a real word? Is it like a non-common word? So it can't start with L. So it can't be L there. So it's XX. It's gonna be L here maybe. E, B. So like add. No. Edible. There's an extra E in edible. And that can't work because the I is in the middle. Is that a word? Ably? But there's no A. What could this be? B-E-L. The lig. The lick. The licks. The live. LV. Oh, there's a Y. I haven't been thinking about Y. How could Y fall into this? The lie? I'm sorry, chat. This is taking so long. It's not like me. One of those. Damn, Clarky, you should really turn off TTF. Well, it hasn't been playing, thankfully. Sorry, I looked at chat, but... Fudge. Fudge is not the word. What is this word? It's definitely... L is in the middle somewhere. It's gotta be B-E-L-I-E. A lie? What? Oh, man. What? Ah, that was painful for me. Was it painful for you, chat? Because it was painful for me. It was belie. What is a belie? To give a false representation.
Belie.
Misrepresent.
Belie. Belie.
I don't know. I don't know, chat. Very weird. Roy, thank you for joining in the Discord, by the way. I'm sharing the Wordle results. My shameful results. If it ever loads. In the Wordle channel in Discord. 5 out of 6. A lie to give a false impression of. Yes, thank you, RugMatBot. Gonna use that for my next Guess the Word, I'm thinking. Yeah. Green literally gave the definition. Yeah, true. Yanni, Alvin and parents failed to give... Yep. Nafron, thank you, Clark. I learned a new word today. Yeah. Tell me about it. Me too. Hellraiser, you were right. Das a word. Yes. GG Kowachon, thank you. D is not a letter. That's right. Nope. E cannot be fourth. Maybe starts with B. Look at you all. You all said yes? Did you say yes? Oh, Roy said no. Odushan says I don't see it either. Okay. Ricardo didn't. Could be because of the first L. Yeah. Edible 6 letters. Yes. Thank you for the follow there. Abdullahi Dev. Hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Yeah, I don't know why text-to-speech wasn't working there. I'm gonna reject that one too. All right, cool. That was a great word. All right. So now we're done with the word stuff, word games. Let's get into the project. Only, 2 hours into the stream. That name sounded like it was from Kosovo. MM? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that, Roy. Okay. So, if you haven't been here before while we've worked on this, project, let me get you quickly acquainted before we get going. Only 2 hours in? That's not bad for us. Yeah, green. Yeah. It's so funny. Trolling me. If you're not familiar with this project, at my job, I work for Sneak as a developer advocate. Sneak Big Fix. We're doing this event that's going to be next month, so we're getting into real crunch time here. The Big Fix is like a hackathon. Think of it as like Hacktoberfest, but specifically for fixing security issues in projects. So the idea is you use Sneak to help you learn of vulnerabilities in your projects, and then you use Sneak to help you fix those vulnerabilities in your projects. And the more fixes you complete, the more points you get, and you can win things. Just by participating, you get stuff too. That's what we did last year. Now I could say last year. We did it it's for the whole month of February, is like that whole hackathon time. And then the last day of the month, we do a 24-hour live stream covering regions like APJ, EMEA, and then the Americas. We have lots of content, speakers coming in that are going to be presenting on all kinds of different development, security, DevOps topics, that kind of thing, to help close out strong the whole event for the Big Fix. And yeah, so I invite you to check that out if you're interested. Here's the link to get going with that. But what we've been working on for the past 7 streams at least, but even more so outside of that, when I'm off stream, is an app that's going to support this whole event. And the idea behind the app is that it's going to give you more context and details on how you're progressing in the event. So how many projects, like it's going to let you, what most recently we've been working on is letting you choose the projects that are part of your Sneak account that you want to include in the Big Fix event. And that way we can keep track of your score as you fix vulnerabilities for that project over the course of the event, since the point that you added that project to your account as part of the Big Fix. Okay, so we're calling it the Big Fix app. You're going to sign up for it, kind of thing. People will sign up through the event through this actually, and then get plopped into our app so that they can start progressing on their fixes for it. So that's what we've been working on. The stack that it's involved with is a Node.js application using TypeScript and Express. And then we're using Prisma to be our data modeling and object relational mapping to our database for us within the context of this technology stack. For the database, we're using MySQL and relational database approach. For the client side things, we are using Vue.js for our client, and Quasar, which I'm not as familiar with, but it's another type of front-end styling library and component library that you can leverage and utilize. And we'll see a little bit of that potentially today as I show you the latest changes that we've made to the project since I last streamed. Sound good? If that interests you, I hope you stick around and hang out for a bit longer. If not, totally understand. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend, and maybe I'll see you around next stream. Okay, so what did I work on last stream? I don't know why this stuff isn't archiving correctly, but basically my colleague, Micah, added more stuff around the authentication and authorization mechanisms that we have. So, and it's probably best to just show you instead of talk through it. So I'm going to get the project up and running. Hopefully my machine can handle it. If it, I do too, Tofrog. Good to see you, buddy. How are you? Wow, Clark, my man, congrats on the 5 years, my friend. Appreciate that, Tofrog. Thanks so much for that continued support over those 5 years too, man. If my PC can't handle me running this and developing on it, we're gonna have to pause, and I'm gonna have to figure out. We're gonna have to pause on me making progress on this. I'm gonna have to figure out if I can cut down on CPU utilization on my system, and then if I ultimately can't, I'm gonna have to end stream because I gotta make more progress on this since we need this thing to launch by February 1st. This app. we're getting there. We're in decent shape, but I really need to focus on it, and that's why I've been working on it on stream too, along with outside of stream. So if I can't get that sorted out and I can't get things running smoothly, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut the stream, and then during my downtime, like over the weekend, see if I can figure out what's going on with the utilization of my PC while I'm streaming, so that I can get back to streaming myself, programming that stuff. All right. Thank you for following Get Spiked. Appreciate it. Welcome in. For folks that might be just joining us and haven't already shared, we do something called Win of the Week. If you'd like to share your win with us, drop it in the chat. We'd be happy to celebrate with you. If you don't know what that is, type in !WOTW in the chat to learn more about that. All right. So that's fair. Work is important. Yes. Thanks, Roy. Appreciate your understanding. All right. So the way I get this started is I need to CD into client side. And then I'm going to run npm run dev to start up, to compile and build the output of the Vue.js client, which will then put it into this public folder, which my Node.js server is configured to host the static content in that public folder. But the nice thing about me running through this command is I can make any changes to the front end UI. It'll get reflected in the output of the public folder, and therefore when I refresh the page on my browser, the server will pick up on those changes and reflect them in the browser. All right, so now I need another terminal open here. I'm going to CD into the server, and I'm going to run npm run dev for that as well. Roy shared the win of the week. Got a PC that actually can load 2 tabs without waiting 10 seconds. Congrats on that. That's awesome to hear, Roy. Roy, that's okay to add the command. It's not a big deal. If you want to, though, when you do add it, you can do it without the exclamation point, and that should be fine as well. All right, so the server is running on localhost 3000. Let's go here and go localhost 3000. All right, so now you might notice some visual changes. Again, my colleague Micah, who was working on this over the holiday break too, implemented some pieces here that we need for our marketing purposes for this event. So when I click on login now, it should redirect me to that sneak page, which right now you can see it's like all this dummy data for stuff that we have here. But I just type in my name stuff, and I'm going to say sneak test, let's say 3, because I don't want to interfere with maybe other users that I have in my database. And actually, I can't do this just yet. I don't think I can. I need to stop the server, and I need to run npm run, because I made database changes on my other machine, and I don't have them reflected on this machine in terms of the data model. So I'm using, with Prisma, I have a command, or npm script rather, npm run migrate. No, I don't need migrate because I've already done that. I need a generate. And what that does is it tells Prisma to update the client that we use to interact with the database to be familiar with the latest data model changes that I've made. I didn't have that necessarily here in this latest branch that I pulled down prior to the stream. All right, so now I can run the dev server again. And I should be able to just go back here, go localhost 3000 again, log in or create an account, say B. But you can see things are really coming along with this front end piece here. This is something that's typical to Sneak when we run events, and we're integrating our app into that, so to speak, through a bunch of different mechanisms there. Sneak test, let's say 3 again, xparthio.com, click save my seat. Which says thanks, which means they're going to send me an email, which I will check on my other screen here. Hopefully that goes through. Hopefully that goes through. If not, there might be one other service that needs to be running that may not be running. Colleague that I was talking about is actually pinging me. Is this Remix project? No, Abdullahi. What's up, Joshua? Good to see you. Thank you for trying to do the red there. but I don't think that's going to work out right now. My PC is just struggling. So I reimbursed you for that, but thank you for trying out that channel point. Thank you for the follow as well, Joshua, and thank you Horn09 for the follow as well. Welcome in, happy to have you here. So no, it's not a remix project, Abdullahi. Code with Sean, off to a meeting. See ya, peeps. Thanks so much for hanging out, Code with Sean. Hope your meeting goes well. Have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. Now I can watch and work on stuff at the same time, says Roy. Yes, saying that because last time I had to leave the stream to finish some code. Oh, because of the PC updates. Well, that's great to hear. You want me to hydrate? Thank you for thinking of that, Roy. Appreciate you redeeming that, Roy. Abdullahi says, what's the stack? I think you might have missed it, but essentially it's Node.js, TypeScript, MySQL, and the front end is Vue.js. And to interact with the database, we're using Prisma.io. Waiting to see if he says anything. If not, I'm going to check on something here. Bear with me just a moment, chat. Man. Roy says, big boy companies using technologies I work with. Ooh. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try again. C sneak test 4. Why not use Next.js or Nux? I don't have like real good reasons, Abdullahi. It's just we're picking and choosing things that we were familiar with and not familiar with for the sake of time, essentially. That's the short answer of it. Yeah, I'm not getting any of the emails for login. Which is really going to hold me up. But the good thing is, on a positive note, even though my CPU is getting 100% utilization right now, I'm able to still stream and run my application. Come on. I'm stuck at this point then. If I can't log in, I can't really do much. We don't have it set up right now to be able to. I'm seeing if my colleague is around. He pinged me earlier, but he might be heads down on something. Who was that? Sotelo Net. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Boom, boom, boom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have everybody here. Appreciate you all tuning in. I'm currently at a holding pattern right now because I'm not getting my login emails for my own app. And I don't know why. Maybe it's going, I'll double check. Might be going to spam. What's up, Code Core? It's going well. Thank you for it's going to my spam folder? No. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. So for I guess I'll just kind of reiterate what we're working on in case people are interested. I am building an application for an event that my company does. This is going to be our second year doing it. Last year we didn't have an app that went with this event called the Big Fix. This year we're working on this app, myself and another colleague, and the app is going to be to support participants in the event. Messing with Panda's data frame right now to get this done. Nice. Congrats on that. That's all right. Well, not yeah. Congrats on that, but that sounds fun and interesting. I've dabbled in Python a little bit, but not too much. Nafron says that's a secure app. If you can't log in, you can do bad things. True. Roy says, has the email in the social tab not showing on inbox? No, it's not that. None of that. I kind of need it because like what I need to work on next, if we go into the to-do here. So I've recently been working on an API endpoint, which you saw me work on this a little bit last stream, but I kind of finished it out. And then merged it into the latest changes with what my colleague has done, which is like this stuff, this logging in via this registration form thing. So that's what I kind of did earlier in this week. And then I got it all working where when a user's logged in and they want to add a project, they click on a row in a table to say, hey, I want this project added as part of the Big Fix event. And then it gets added into the database so that we can keep track of the scores, right? And how they progress. But what I needed to do, or what I want to do, is maybe set it up to where there's checkboxes. So you get a full list of all your projects that you have associated into your Snyk account. And then you can check box next to each project and then select like a button that says import or add all projects to the Big Fix event, that kind of thing. Because right now it's just one, the API endpoint accepts just one thing. So I put in my to-do list that I have. I want to make the post route or the project's post API more resilient so that it could respond if a project has already been added for one. So I need to put some guard logic in there to check for that. I need to make the UI a bit better to select projects to be added, like a checkbox, because right now it just like looks for a click event on that row. And then when that happens, it automatically gathers the data from that row and sends it into a post request to the API, and then add capability to add more than one project at a time, because right now it's limited to that. I did do this already. I guess I can mark that as done in here and then archive it actually. Chore, update, to do list. Yes. Oh, I got to pull. Maybe that's why it wasn't working. All right, let's restart the server. Looks like I had something sync with this branch. Not sure. All right, let's try this one more time. Localhost 3000. Log in. The BC Snyk test 5. Save my seat. It's usually pretty fast. I have my email client open up on the left-hand side, so off stream. I'm not going to let you all peruse through my email inbox. And I currently don't have access to the other systems behind the scenes that help enable that email to go through. So that's why I'm like in this holding pattern, which is unfortunate. Codecore says Python is by far my least favorite, but it has a use. I prefer C, C++, Go, and Python mostly. Congrats on 5-year stream. Appreciate that, Codecore. It's been a fun journey. In fact, we didn't really talk about this, and I guess I can, for now, until I hear more from my colleague, I can talk through that, like what the experience is like streaming for 5 years, things that I've learned over that time and whatnot. Yeah, Codecore. So I prefer JavaScript and TypeScript. Previously, I'd worked with C# and .NET. I do like Python a little bit and have some experience with that. What else? A bunch of other programming languages, but mostly professionally, I have been using JavaScript, TypeScript, and prior to that was C#, .NET. You're starting streaming this Saturday, Code Core? That's awesome to hear. Do you have any questions? Are you all prepared? Do you feel ready? Is there anything that I can help out, maybe answer, give advice on? I'd be happy to help out. Yeah, I'm not getting this login email. Bummer. All right, we're going to switch to this and just chat for a little bit. Actually, while I'm doing that, I think I have my first stream command. Yes, there it is. Let's take a look at this. All right, so what this is here that we're looking at is my very first stream from like January 4 years ago, January 4th, 2018. No, this is, oh, it says 4 years ago because we haven't gotten to January 14th. So this is when I uploaded it. This is one of my first streams. It's not the first stream. My first stream was January 4th, 2018. And so I am at 5 years. Okay. So this was essentially 5 years ago, almost exactly. And this is what my stream layout used to look like. Maybe switch sides here. Yeah. So what I want to point out with this is if you're just getting started streaming, you don't need all these bells and whistles and fancy things. In fact, I would highly urge you and deter you from doing such a thing by spending money on any streaming equipment when you're first getting started. Instead, look at what you have and use what you have and try streaming, just getting started streaming that way to get a feel for it. So what I mean is, in this case, I had just my laptop and either the built-in webcam at one point. Otherwise, I had this other camera that you've seen me use before, this one. I still have it. It's a USB webcam, Logitech C920. It's older than 5 years old, still gets the job done. It's not the best picture in the world, but that doesn't really matter, especially when you're just getting started. Okay? Let me switch back here. And so, let me go back actually over here. So you can see, layout-wise, I had no graphics, no overlays like you see here, no socials going on that like showed where you can find me on other platforms and stuff like that. No alerts really. I think I had some alerts because I was using, I still have an account, Stream Elements. No. Yeah, Stream Elements. There's so many products with the name Stream in it. There's StreamYard, which we use for work, to stream for work on work accounts. Stream Elements is the one that I like and prefer of all the services that offer alerts and stuff like that. So Stream Elements might have been the only thing that I did alerts with. I don't know if there's any alerts during this stream because it's so early on. Like I wasn't getting, I'd be lucky if I got a follower or somebody chatting at this point. What else? So the advice here is start small. Use what you got and just get started streaming. Now to get started streaming, and you get that out of the way in terms of like what equipment to use or worrying about equipment, just use what you got. Even the built-in webcam is better than nothing. Or don't use a camera at all. Just share your screen and the microphone from your laptop. Okay? Start off small and work your way up. The reason I say that is because you may start doing this. You may start streaming. You might feel right now that you're going to like streaming, but then you get into it and you're like, I don't really like the way this makes me feel. I don't feel good at the end of it. Whatever it may be. You might have various reasons. It would really suck if you spent, before you even started streaming or early on when you started streaming, you spent a lot of money on equipment and stuff for you to say, hey, I don't want to do this really. I don't really enjoy doing it. It's going to make you feel like more obligated to keep streaming because you put the money into it and you made that investment, even though you're not enjoying yourself doing it. So the whole point and advice there that I'm making is try it out first. Make sure you are getting enjoyment out of it, some fulfillment out of it, some value out of it for yourself before investing further. Okay. Now, what are possible value that you can get out of live streaming? I think it's very subjective. It's up to you. Some people get into streaming because they want it to be a financial support financial revenue or like bringing in money for them. There's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine if that's what you're looking to do. But in the same sense, like if it's something that you're planning on doing day in and day out, you kind of want to have at least some level of enjoyment in doing that as best as possible, unless you have no other choice really. You want to make sure you enjoy it, right, before really fully investing in that as a source of income for yourself, right, for one. So that might be one motivation. The other thing, at least the reason, that's not one of the reasons why I do it. While I do appreciate folks that support the stream financially, it is not expected or even encouraged really. There are some benefits potentially to do that just because I want to be part of the culture of live streaming. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't have a subscribe button and things like that, well, one, let me back up. When I first started, there was a piece of me that was thinking, I had the mindset because I started streaming gaming before I started streaming programming. So I was like, oh, I'm going to be a game streamer kind of thing. You know what I mean? And so my motivation then was I'm going to play games and make some money on the side kind of thing, right? But then that evolved and changed over time. So that's like full transparency of like part of why I strive to get affiliate to get a sub button too. But at the same time, I think it's important to reach those milestones to establish your commitment to streaming in a sense. You know what I mean? To build up your legitimacy as a streamer for people to want to invest their own time into watching your stream and tuning into your stream, right? Because what's the sense in following and potentially subscribing or cheering and putting money into a stream or a streamer that isn't going to stick around long? You know what I mean? So if you have a subscribe button and that kind of thing, that kind of gives people a little bit more, not a lot, but I'd say some confidence that like you are somebody that they can potentially count. If they enjoy your content, they can count on seeing you on a frequent basis, whatever that frequency is that you decide. All right, so that out of the way, that's potentially one motivation to be streaming. But I think the other pieces that I get value out of it, and I know I'm going to sound like a broken record for those of you that have been around here a while, I love the community aspect of it. Like that's what keeps me, I don't know, feeling connected with other people in the industry, and just being able to chat and see how you all are doing. Some of the things, the routines that we have, where like wins of the week and that kind of stuff, I really look forward to that. And it's what, like, because there's still days where I might get up on a Friday and I'll feel like, I don't want to stream, but I still feel motivated to do so because of these other things, right? I know that I'm gonna, generally speaking, come out of the live stream feeling happy that I did that, right? That I completed the stream. I don't always feel the best when I come out of the stream, like for various reasons. Either I didn't get enough sleep or I don't know, something went wrong in the stream. Generally speaking, if I set out to try and accomplish something in the stream and I don't get it done, or I get stuck on a bug rather, and I have to end the stream, that's when I usually feel the most bummed out about it, because I don't like ending on a note like that, but it happens. And I really need to get over that personally. What else? So that's the big thing for me. The other thing with streaming that I've seen myself and other people get benefit out of it is it's something to keep yourself accountable. So for me, in the role that I'm in, typically prior to this project that I'm working on, me keeping up with my programming skills is a little bit more difficult because it's not always part of my primary responsibility in this role as a developer advocate. So the live stream has been a means for me to be able to carve out time, dedicated time each week to do at least some programming and keep up my skills in that space. So that's another benefit I feel. But in that same vein, I think other people, even if you're an engineer or not an engineer, but looking to get into programming, it could be a way to keep yourself accountable and consistent in terms of achieving those goals that you have and improving your skills as a programmer. You know what I'm saying? So that's another bit of value. Let me catch up on some of the chat messages here since I've been kind of on a tangent. Kokor says, I'm always up for listening to whatever advice people have, but I don't know what I don't know. True. Yeah. Nafron says, that's really teaching to see you struggling. Yep. Kokor says, nope, I just have a free Streamlabs setup. For me, it's just accountability to work on things more in my spare time. That's good to hear. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a great, not that you need me to validate that for you, but I'm just saying like that's a recipe for success in my mind for streaming. Cocore says, actually, one question is every Saturday night for a few hours in the evening, is every Saturday night for a few hours in the evening enough if it's what I have time for? That's a very valid and understandable question. It may not feel like it, but it is definitely enough. And the key part that you added in there, it's what you have time for. So whatever you have time, that's the key that you really need to focus on is being able to keep consistent with a schedule for yourself and for your potential viewers so that they know when they can when to expect you again. Right? So that's why I stick to mine at least on Fridays, every Friday at 12:30. I repeat that every stream so that people know. And if they ever think about like, hey, I might want to have it, like it's a Friday and people follow a lot of streamers, but depending on what time of day it is, maybe one of their streamers that they prefer to watch is not on right now. So they're like, okay, who can I go watch? Who might be on today? Right? And they might remember, oh, I tuned into Clarkio. I kind of enjoyed what he was doing. Maybe I didn't enjoy what he was doing, so I'd avoid his channel. I don't know. Everybody's got different feelings about my own content, let alone other people's content. But they'll know at least like that's a potential option to choose from because they can expect that, right? They remember it. I repeat it every dang time, and I sound like a broken record. But you get what I'm saying? Like, and it's kind of like a TV show. Well, traditional TV shows. I think today or nowadays it's starting to get into the same pattern with streaming services too. When they have a new show, instead of them releasing all the episodes in one bang, they're starting to release them only on a weekly basis at a certain time on a certain day. But in that same vein, if you recall that, people know when Game of Thrones is probably a great example that's fairly recent, although it's probably a couple years now. Game of Thrones was every Sunday night kind of thing, right? So people that are fans of that show know when to tune in to watch the next episode, right? And it's the same thing with streaming. People that follow streams, they want to know what your schedule is. And so whatever frequency you can stick to the most consistently is going to be what's best. So I recommend starting off with just 1 day a week. In fact, that's how I started with this. Actually, to the same point that you're talking about, Codecore, I started out on Saturday nights. That's what my original schedule was. Every Saturday night was programming. And then I did Monday nights. I was doing gaming on the same channel. And then I slowly migrated from Saturday nights programming to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday programming with Monday night gaming. One bit of advice, if you're looking to grow though, well, one, you're not really going to grow a ton on the platform, although things are changing and getting better and improving in that aspect. But if you're going to just solely grow on the platform, one way to do that I've seen people have success and what's actually been hurting me and hindering me in terms of any growth goals that I have, which I don't have specific goals, but I generally like to see things trending in an upward direction, and that's not been the case lately. But if you want to grow just on the platform without any additional work outside the platform to help draw attention to your account, your channel, the more frequently you stream, the more instances there's streams of you on this platform, the more visibility you will get just naturally because you're there, right? You're showing up. So when I was streaming more days a week, I was growing way better than I am today. I would get up to 50, 60 concurrent viewers at that point in time, whereas in today's day, I'm lucky if I'm getting around 20. I don't know what I'm at right now because I generally keep that stuff off. Sorry, I was reading a work message. I'll have to get to that in a second after this thought. I generally keep that stuff off because another little bit of advice with this, for me at least, especially lately because my numbers haven't been as good as they used to be, I mentally need to keep that number like hidden from me, whatever the concurrent viewers is. So I don't have it visible right now. I have the dashboard up for Twitch to keep track of chat messages, channel point redemptions, that kind of stuff, but you can click on the concurrent viewer view and that it'll hide that number. So I generally have that off so that I don't see that, so that I don't get hung up on it. I'm better about it, even if I do see it, but it definitely can mess with your mental while you're live streaming. And I know you don't want that to happen. You want to, while you're streaming, just go about your business, be happy, engage with the folks that are there. That's a big piece of advice right off the bat. Even if you only have one person watching you, if it's a friend or whatever, you got to keep talking. You got to keep something going on to to engage with potential new viewers that might just pop in and maybe they just want to check out the stream for the first time. If you're in the middle of just like kind of being there silently and that goes on for too long, they're going to lose interest unless there's something going on screen that might catch their eye that keeps them engaged in that way. There's all kinds of ways you can go about kind of psychologically trying to keep folks engaged and interested in the stream. So like me sitting in the same position all this time right now, somebody might have just tuned in. The only thing that's potentially keeping somebody staying that might be new and never heard of me before, that they just tuned in, is the fact that I'm talking so they can hear the conversation that I'm having, and maybe what I'm saying is of interest to them, and that's what's keeping them here for more than 2 seconds before they bounce, you know? So when you're starting off where you just have 1 or 2 people, if that, you have to pretend. You have to pretend like you're talking to family, friends, whatever it may be, and just thinking out loud basically what you're doing. When it comes to programming especially, it's super valuable to do that, because then people can follow your thought process, see how you problem solve. And that's what I think on the flip side of this, we've been, all this time we've been talking about what value you could potentially get as a programming streamer. The flip side of this is folks that the value you might get out of watching programming streamers. Many of you can probably share your thoughts on this in the chat room, and I'll catch up on the chat stuff in a moment here. Some of the things that I found myself in the past getting value out of watching other people stream is what I just said. Seeing how they problem solve. How do they approach a problem? How do they go about getting to a solution for that problem, and being able to see that raw experience? To me, this is supplemental educational content, at least what I think majority is. Some people approach it a little bit differently in how they do their shows, and maybe don't have it don't have it as a point to be as educational and more entertaining, maybe, let's say, or more just focused on community. Everybody has different things that they like to do when they're doing streaming, but in a general sense, when it comes to programming streams, I think a big portion of that is educational content. Is it being educational? And why I say it's supplemental is because when you go and you're learning something new about a programming language or a new skill, a lot of times you'll read a blog post, and that blog post gives you, the whole step-by-step instructions on what to do, and it's supposed to get you from 0 to nothing, 0 to success in whatever many steps or whatever, right? That's how it is. It's always that happy path. Everything goes right for that tutorial. But when you go to try to do it yourself, it may not go that well. You might get stuck on something. It's just the reality of it. Same thing goes with like a video tutorial, like a scripted video that's edited and all that. Everything goes smoothly. And a lot of times people leave out the potential pitfalls or hurdles you might run into while trying to accomplish whatever that thing is that's in that video or in that tutorial. So a live stream is giving you that raw, real life experience of doing those types of things that you might be trying to learn about. And so I think that's why I say it's supplemental educational content in addition to, so it supplements all that other content to see what the real world experience is like. I feel like I've been talking a lot, but I got a lot of people interested, it seems like. Thank you for the follow. It's Coder's Life. Let me catch up on the chat messages here as we've been talking about the Streamiversary stuff. I do see my colleague at work pinging me, but let me catch up on chat first real quick, and then I'll catch up on what he mentioned. Luke, thank you for the 18 months. And just says, yo, appreciate that continued support, Luke. It's super kind of you. How are you? What's your win of the week, bud? It's someone says, make sure you got VOD set up. Yes. Especially with programming streams, I think it's good to have, I don't know how many people watch. Actually, by a show of, I don't know, hands or comments in the chat, how many of you go back and watch people's VODs? Let's limit it to programming VODs, because maybe you go back and watch a gaming VOD because you want to see how somebody. What are VODs? What is VODs? Video on demand. It's the recording. So there's a setting in your Twitch channel that through Twitch where they'll keep the recording of your stream basically and make it publicly available on your channel. You have the option to make it invisible too or hidden nowadays, but that's what a VOD is, video on demand. So it's stream on demand, the stream recording on demand. So it's not on by default, I don't think. But that's something to turn on if you're interested in keeping a history. So like I have hundreds of streams, recordings over 5 years now of all kinds of content. Green says, I don't typically unless I miss something or wanted to watch back. What's up, it's Coder Life? Thank you again for the follow. Luke, thank you for the sub. And then Code Core, thank you for the follow from earlier, too. Appreciate the support from everybody. Roy says, personally, I'm very shy and watching people help with how I make stuff. I used to be very bad at handling someone seeing my code simply because I never knew how others did it. That's a good point too, Roy. The one thing to be aware of when it comes to programming streaming is it can be intimidating to put yourself out there. You're being vulnerable in the sense of people seeing how you write code, and that could be, it's very like a personal thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it can be intimidating. It's personal. You can feel like people are going to judge you, but the more you do it, the more you get over that. I'll tell you that much. I definitely, like, these days when I was doing these code katas, these are like code challenges that you see here on the screen. You know, this can be very intimidating to try and, because like people will look at it and they'll say, oh, well, I could have solved that in a simpler fashion, or I could have solved that in less code, or I could solve that in a more efficient processing. It doesn't use as much CPU utilization, for instance, right? There's all kinds of things that can happen when you're doing these like code challenge type things. But that's how I started. In terms of like, what could you start streaming about? You don't know what to stream about as a programmer. Stream yourself practicing your skills and doing code challenges, like maybe leak code questions, or I enjoyed going to codewars.com. That's how I started out. And it was a lot of fun. We are the world's okayest developers. Yes. Nafron, rarely unless I have to leave the stream or I want to rewatch for some details. Yeah, same here. That's why I don't think it's too big of a deal to have the VODs or not. But for your own historical record and archiving what you've done and the progress you've made, it'd be cool to look back on. Even if you make them all private in that sense, you know? Oh, I gotta drink more water. I think I just got a stitch. Oh, in my like chest muscle. That scared me for a second there. Yeah, every time I inhale. Oh, something's wrong with my muscle right there. Chat, I'm going to take a break for a second here. All right, I'm back, chat. I'm okay. Nobody worry too much. It's just like once I got up and moved around, I felt better. It's also, Roy says, it's also nice to have them for the people you raid. In regard to, I forget what we were talking about. The alerts and stuff? Yes. Code says, yeah, right now I do mostly system level stuff and security, but learning some web dev stuff on my own right now. Cool. Plan on working with some chat GPT stuff or building some tools for checking security forms for updates. Oh, for the VODs? I got you, Roy. Okay. I thought I saw Dubsman in here too. It's good to see you, Dubs, by the way. Useful broken record though from earlier, Roy. Yeah. All right, let me catch up on this work message real quick to see if I can get past this login issue. What was that change I just made? All right, so apparently he pushed changes here. Git full origin fix TS issues. Oh, there's a lot that changed there. Prep for deploy. Okay, so npm install. Do I need? Oh, what changed? Is the proc file package JSON changed? Now index is complaining about what? This. The semicolon should be there. What's wrong? Oh, unsanitized input. Yeah. Sorry, you can't see my screen. Roy says, because you usually raid after the stream ends, and that means they will not be able to see what you do unless you go to bot. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Roy. I'm going to run npm install just in case. Why is that package lock changed? I don't need that. All right, npm run dev. Let's see if we make progress this time. We're gonna go to localhost. All right, we'll get back to that discussion though in a second. Let me just, I really need to, because we're in crunch time with this project, I gotta make some progress. PC sneak test 4 at Clark. Alright. Eating time. See ya. Alright, enjoy the food. Enjoy your meal, Roy. Thank you so much for hanging out and being here and for your support. Chris Jones is in the house. Yo, Clark in chat, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, Chris Jones. How are you? What's your win of the week? No problem. Have a good rest of your Friday and weekend, Roy. I'm still not getting the email, so we can get back to talking about first time streaming and stuff like that. Or getting into streaming. So yeah, this was my first stream. I was doing code katas, yeah, same. This time I think it's gonna look into it in a bit, but now you can do what? He's typing. All right. Any questions about getting started streaming? Chris Jones, win of the week. Thank you for sharing, first of all. A little side hustle playing with AWS Stack and figured out a CORS issue with API Gateway and Lambda functions today. That's awesome. Congrats. And thank you again for sharing, Chris Jones. It's funny you bring that up because my colleague and I that were doing some working sessions over a call earlier this week, he wanted to make sure that I could get my machine up to speed with the latest changes he made over the holidays. And we kept running into this hiccup, and it was just a slash in a URL, an extra slash at the end of like a .com slash. And it took us a good hour to sort that out. And CORS issues are usually something related to that. That's why. What's up, Dust? Welcome in. Good to see you. Congrats on all the progress you've been making with the Atom solution. What do you call it? Atom software? Atom chat stuff? Atom. I don't know why I'm the best automation tool for streamers. The Atom tool. For folks that don't know, I don't mean to put you on the spot, Dust. And if you don't want me to do this kind of stuff, let me know. But I'm fond of your software and the work that you all are doing. And so I don't mind promoting it when I see you pop, especially when I see you pop in. So check out Atom, folks, atom.tv. It's a pretty cool bot and tool to use for streaming for folks that are getting started streaming. In fact, it's kind of related to what we were talking about, Dust, because I was sharing learnings over the 5 years of me streaming and giving out advice and guidance for people. It's something I tend to do at every streamiversary. And it's cool to see how things have evolved in this space. So check it out. It's got some cool features. It's being actively worked on by Dustin, folks. And the pricing I think is fair, right? Because if you go this route, I mean, it's essentially 2 subs a month that will cover that if you're streaming on Twitch, especially, or any other platform rather. Or you can get the discounted price of $49.99 to save a little bit. So you can pretty fairly recoup the cost of that to help support your stream from 2 subscribers, basically. So there you go. You can check it out sometime. So what else were we talking about? Happy streamiversary. Thank you, Dust. Yeah, now you can go ahead. Don't want to impose, though. Yeah, no worries. I'm always happy to do so. Especially, like, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it. I would just say hi, I guess. Well, I don't want to say that because there might be times where I just say hi and I'm focused on something. So you get the idea. We've got our custom code plus text-to-speech plus webhooks in now. Part of my win of the week. Nice. Congrats on all that, man. That's awesome. Chris Jones says, I've been tripped up with trailing slashes in the past too. I feel it. I'm glad I'm not alone in that. Trailing slashes in the URL, the base URL. Why that causes a problem, I don't know. But maybe we can get the Internet Engineering Task Force and the W3C organizations to figure out a means to just ignore when there's an extra slash in something when it's intended to be a single slash. That might be hard because you can do file URIs in a browser. which have the double slash in it, right? Or the HTTPS, HTTP protocol : / right? It might be hard to distinguish that, but I think maybe after a top level domain, they can kind of limit it to that. I don't know. I digress. But it feels like something silly that should just be naturally supported, whether there's an extra slash into the URL or not in that space. Because it was after the top level domain .com or whatever it was. It was like localhost 3000, whatever, you know. All right, he's saying for now I can make an API request to that. Okay, so if I come in here, I still have that example. I got checked in. I didn't mean to check that in. Basically, I need to make a post request like that. And I'm going to give it email. We were doing sneak test 4 like that. And UTM. He wrote UTM source equals blarg. Alright, but the URL is different. It's going to be API/v1/auth start. So now I can use my REST client in here, send that request. Unexpected token P in the JSON. Pull all that out, maybe. Should be right. Chat, you see anything I'm missing, maybe? I messed something up. Localhost 3000 API v1 auth start. That looks correct. Try again. What? Okay, that worked. Did it? It did. I got the link now. I guess that forced the link to go through. So now I can paste it in here. I authorize yes. State missing from the response. Fudge. Hey, thank you for the follow. It's KTP. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on now. Submit that form. Uh-oh. Unique constraint failed on event user event key. Fudge. So it crashed. That's why it's not working. Okay. We're gonna kill that. Is it still up and running? No. It's still hung on this. Try this again. Something else we can do is CD server npm run studio. We can look at the database here. Let's see exactly what that was. All right. Oh, there's 2 users trying to be associated with that. Same. Why? Shouldn't be the same event user. It should create a separate event user. Oh, that means my query is wrong. We found a bug, chat. In the server, I think I found a bug. So it's going to create a user on successful login if there isn't one with that email already in there, which that's what I was expecting. Yeah, bugs, Dust, bugs. When were you in London, by the way? Mid-January? Yes. I will be there on the 15th is when I land. Are you in the area, Dust? Is that why you're asking? Pop me a DM on Twitter with the deets. Okay, that sounds good, man. Wait, you're coming to the UK? Yeah, I thought I shared that with you, Chris Jones. I'm sorry. I'm going to be there on the 15th. If you have some free time and we can maybe meet up for a coffee or whatever, I'd be down to do it. Yeah, we spoke about it the other week. I'm basically 25 minutes away from you by train. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm still figuring out. They just released some more details on our agenda for the work stuff that we got going on. And they mostly filled up our days, but I think I should there's still, I see there's blocks of time where it's like personal time that people can take. I'll most likely use some of that to like FaceTime and video call with my family and stuff. Yes, I'm there the week of the 15th, basically, the whole week. Chris Jones. All right, so the issue I think is happening here is like it's saying that there's only one event user, but there's 2 users. There's my work email, which I've used before, and then there's the one that we were just doing, the sneak test 4. And what's interesting about this is it should also, whenever it creates a user, it should also create an event user. So in this case, if there's a user that's successfully authenticated with our Auth0 email login, create a user, which will then get back a user, and then await, create an event user where that user ID is the same. If the user ID is the same, then just say updated at. Is that field on there actually? That might be why. There's updated at. That was yesterday. So it didn't update the event user, but somehow this other user got added to it. Let's oh, does the checkbox mean that's the only one that got added to, that's linked to that one? Maybe. I think. Okay, I'm reading this wrong. So there isn't a bug. This is correct. If I check this box, then it will associate this user to that. Okay. Discard changes. Okay. I was reading it wrong. So then what was the bug? Or what was the error? Create an event user in the database after, that's my notes. Unique constraint failed on the constraint event user event ID key. Is it not creating a new event user? Shouldn't be a unique, oh, maybe my data model for the event user versus event. Let's check that. So the way this should be working is there's an event And that event user can have many. That event can have many event users, meaning participants in the event. And then the event user is the thing that links. It's the relationship between that ties a user to that event, that ties the projects to that event, and so forth, right? So an event user should have a unique user ID and a unique event ID. Maybe that's wrong. Let's try and create like another event user manually. Add record. User is gonna be that one. Event is gonna be that one. Save. Ah, failed commit. So I have something wrong in my schema. Invalid Prisma event user create invocation event user event ID key. What am I doing wrong, chat? Chris Jones says it's 90 to 120 minutes by train for me, and it's not cheap, but there is something I could combine it with. You might be able to try and make a visit. My Mrs. Aunt lives just outside of London. Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'd like, look, it'd be great, Chris Jones, but I don't want to put you out in that regard. You know, let me know. I'd love to if we can. Dust says, in true British fashion, pub, anyone? Pub? Yeah, I'm down to go to a pub. Algebra 97, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Let my colleague know that we found this bug because he was messaging me more updates on this why the emails aren't going through. I'm glad to hear that you're happy to be here, Algebra. That's cool. Welcome in. Where you? All right, so this unique constraint failed on constraint event user ID, event ID key. So it's saying that it can't. Why does that have to be unique? Maybe I didn't need to make it to where event ID doesn't need to be unique. Let me look up Prisma's unique. Prisma. Oh, he's ready to deploy. He's going to start deploying this to a test environment. Let's start. Set unique. All right, so unique defines a unique constraint for that field. General. A field annotated with unique can be optional or required. A field annotated with unique must be required if it represents the only unique constraint on a model without an ID. That a model can have any number of unique constraints, cannot be defined on a relation field. Can be defined on any scalar field. A relation field. Did I do that? No, this is the relation field. Am I using this wrong? Oh, Yeah, this doesn't have to be unique. I don't think the user ID needs to be unique either. So what this is saying, in the event user table, every entry in this table, I think I'm understanding this correctly. So it's saying every entry in this table, this event ID needs to be unique, kind of like the user ID is unique. But the event ID doesn't need to be unique. It can be the same. Like if this was tied to a different event, like and had a different event ID, that would work. I guarantee it. In fact, we can try it. Let's go to events and create like fake event. Add record. So this is what I love about Prisma that I learned through it. You can do stuff like on the fly like this. You get this little studio view. Test dummy event. Dummy event. And then I can save that. And then I can come back over here and I can say, you know what? Let's not put it on that event, but instead put it on this event. And now if I save changes, that worked. That's what it is. So I need to get rid of the unique key or constraint on this, which means I need to stop this from running. npm run migrate. You know what? This makes me wonder, do I need to make sure the user ID is unique too? I don't think so. Because if we have more than one event, that user entry can come up again. We would want a new record. I would need this to be not unique too. We need to reset the MySQL database. Do you want to continue? Yes. It's fine. npm run migrate again, please. Don't you close the connection on me. Maybe because I have the studio running, that might be why. Tell this to stop. Ship it. Yeah, buddy. Yes. Wait. Yeah, he might have made more changes, that's why. Okay, cool. npm run generate so that my local client will be up to speed with all the latest changes on the entities. And now npm run dev. Oh, that's not what I meant. npm run dev. And then let's get the server running again. Or the studio running again, rather. I already have the server running. There's probably going to be nothing in this and that. You got to create an event in this database. Add record. Say it's active, true. Display name, big fix. Big fix event. And save changes. Cool. So now, if I go into... Well, let's just run it through the actual app. I don't want to go tinkering with the database directly. Am I running? No. Cannot read property of null reading ID. Fudge. What did I mess up now? Server line 90. Oh, because there wasn't an event. Now there. Oh no. Clear. npm run dev. Because I didn't have an event in the database. That's why. Okay, now we should be good. Whoa. What was that? Create an event user in the database after a user. Why would it do that? Unknown arg user ID where user ID. Did you mean ID? What? What? Maybe I need a unique. I don't want to open up incognito because then we have to log into other stuff that I don't want to log into right now. Yep. Let's clear all site data. Yeah, including third party. npm run dev. What's up? No name, but still game. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. All right. Let's log it in. DC sneak test 1. Save my seat. Should send me an email to log in. If it doesn't, do this again. Doesn't seem like it is. Everything went through. Got the email. Oh, hey, postados. Authorize, please work. Yay. Authorize again. Please work. Don't. Okay. Unknown arg user ID in where there is no user. Did you mean ID? Available args event user. What's in the database? It should have created a user in the database. It didn't. There's no. Oh yeah, it created 2 users now. 2 users. So there's a user. Why isn't it creating? Hello, Entropic Universe. How are you? Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Well, that's interesting to see that gray in the stream. Nobody told me that was there. There we go. Cleaned it up live on stream. All right, so it created the user like just now. So is it not? Maybe because I'm not going through this. And instead I'm hitting... I don't know what that is. Let's try just maybe refreshing. Still getting hung up. No Name says, hey, do you like CSS? I don't like it at all. I just don't get it. Is this common for beginners? I don't like it. That is very common for beginners. Yeah. The gray spike of appreciation. Yes. Maybe. I don't know what you mean by that, Entropic. Gray spike you fixed on stream. Oh, I got you. Yeah. You heard the dogs barking? Thanks for that, JT. Good to see you, buddy. All right, chat. I might have to actually just end stream. Because I feel like I really need to focus.
Heck.
Heck is right, Yanni. All right, chat. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna call it. I'll keep you all updated on what's going on with this, but essentially what's happening here is I need to, one, sort through some of the issues with my database model, and then we're also having some issues with some external services that is blocking some of the login stuff that I have to do, so I'm working around that by making my own custom REST request here. But I really need to like sync up with my colleague and just kind of go from there, and I can't do that while I'm streaming. Hey, you still on Uwu? What's Uwu? Have a good one all. Yeah, you too, Entropic. No name says, man, it took me 200 lines. I was just typing rem values all day. I know it's bad practice still. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Get it working, make it better, and then this is how I do it. It's an iterative process when it comes to programming. Some people are, I don't know, they just like got a knack for this where they can just write their best code right on the first cut. Like big props to them for that. The way I operate is I get something working, I'm figuring it out, I get it working, and then I iterate on it. Then I might find ways to improve it, but give it better architecture. So for instance, like I know I shouldn't, I don't know where, I might have some of it where like this, a hard coding this like that should be like an environment variable as an example and stuff like that, right? But I'm just doing that for now until I need to iterate on that. But I didn't want to get stuck on that right now and worry about it and spend the time on it just yet. And instead, I just kept moving forward. And I need to iterate on things. So that's what's going on. So, in any case, I need to hop off so that I can go focus and connect with my colleague that's also working on this project. And again, it's crunch time because we got to get this thing done before the 1st of February. Plus, we have like team travel going on for a week in the middle of this, which will cut down on some of our available time. So you get the idea, right, chat? But I'm going to continue working on this on stream next week as well. I should have it in a better state by then, as that's the hope and the plan, especially since we're working on deploying stuff already. And that's where we'll go. So thank you so much for the support today. I appreciate you all being here and helping me celebrate my stream anniversary. I must have hit the camera. That's why that spot was like that. I appreciate you helping me celebrate my stream anniversary. It's super cool of you being here for that and hanging out and just spending time with me and learning about it. Again, if you have any questions about, like, you're getting started streaming, you're interested in streaming, you've been thinking about it, or you've already doing it, but you want to talk with somebody that's been streaming for 5 years and had like highs and lows all over the place. Like I've had huge raids before. I've had my own growth that's been organic and great. I've had lows and stuff like that. So if you want to learn from any of that experience, I'm an open book in that regard. Happy to share, happy to help other people and give guidance on that kind of stuff. So hit me up either on Discord if you're interested. There's the link to that, clarkyo.com/Discord, or you can head on over to any of my socials, Twitter, Instagram, GitHub, YouTube, all that kind of, my website, that kind of stuff to connect with me more. But on that note, I will be back. Next week will be the last stream before my work trip. So logistically, what we got going on here, folks, is we had this stream today. We're going to have the stream next Friday, which will be January the 13th. The 20th, I will be flying back here from London, and I land around like 4 o'clock or something like that Eastern time. So I won't be streaming on the 20th. So next week will be the last stream before I take a break, and then I'll be back on the 27th. And then we get into the big fix for February. All right, so keep that, mark your calendars. I'll see you next week, 12:30 p.m. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. Think about your wins. Don't forget it. Freudenfrude. Peace out.